Lots and lots of snow. All right, I really don't want to do this, but so look, we'll let the friggin' glow thing go off or whatnot. And yeah. So basically, I don't know if I mentioned this before on the YouTube channel, if I only told it to some of my buddies. But when I got the truck, he literally told me right out, I didn't even ask him. He was like, I just put a brand new starter in it. So I was like, all right, that's cool. But once I actually got the truck back and started looking at it, I don't know, man. I really just don't understand some friggin' people nowadays. Like, if you did that bad of a job, I wouldn't even want to mention that I did the starter. I wouldn't be like, I did it. And then like, wow, dude, like that's the work you did. So the truck's been like this since I got it, actually. So I knew it was a problem and I was getting ready to buy a starter for it, but I kind of held off, and it started great and there was no issues. And then this morning when there was a big snowstorm, I had to sit under here with a metal pipe to hold the starter up while my girlfriend cranked it, because this kid broke the frigging bolts. It's held in with one bolt. He broke the top bolt clean off the starter. So yeah, I had to hold a pipe so it was up in place just for her to start it. And now it won't start at all, obviously, unless I'm holding this up. So ordering a starter. And honestly, I mean, I don't really mind about fixing stuff. Like, you know, my truck that I had right before this wasn't perfect either. It had its issues, but not something like that, you know what I mean? And if it did have something like that, I would have mentioned it. And this kid in general, I tried to call him after to ask him a couple questions, and he either blocked my phone number or he shut his phone off, so he won't respond to me anymore, and he also blocked me on Facebook. So I mean, it is what it is. But did some calling around, and every single auto parts store is between like $200 and $300 for another starter. So I ended up looking around online a little bit, and I found another starter for the truck. Had like 600 people rated it, and they all rated it like 5-star. They all said they had no issues with it, and they've had it in there for a couple of years or something. So I ended up ordering that, and it was, I think, like $120 after shipping. So the only downside is that I have to wait for it to be shipped. Obviously, if I wanted to get it from Napa or O'Reilly's or whatever, I could have had it tomorrow, but then I would have spent $300. So I saved like $180, but I have to wait like 4 or 5 days till it shows up. So now I play the waiting game pretty much. A couple little things showed up for the truck today. First, this little tiny glasses holder thing. That was broken on the truck. Thing was just busted off. Goes up here, and basically this thing was just hanging. It wouldn't close because it was busted. And I want everything to be right, you know what I mean? So it was like 10 or 15 bucks just to pick one of these up. So pretty much just clip it in there, pop it into place if I can get it to. Boom. Good as new, dude. That's all it takes, 10 bucks. Now it looks way nicer. So that's trash now. So happy I fixed that. Little things make me so happy. And these are pretty cool. So these are the fog lights for the front of the truck. So the fog lights that are on the truck are all faded. They're obviously factory, just yellow, cracked, nasty. So I wanted to get new ones anyways, but I figured I'd have them match the headlights. So I got a slight smoked lens, I guess you could call it. So yeah, these should match pretty good with the headlights and make the front end look a little bit nicer. And they actually came with bulbs in them, which is pretty cool because I know one of my bulbs is out right now. So came with the bulbs already ready to go. I'll just pop those in real quick too. So there's the old gross ones. So I don't even really want to talk about how hard that was to get out for some reason. I don't know what it is, but these bolts were fighting every step of the way. I had to just put like all of my might just to turn the nut off that. So before these go back in, they're getting cleaned way up. I'm friggin' spraying them a bunch of times. I'm heating them up, going back and forth on them a couple times to free them up so they go on a lot easier. But we got one out. It's gonna look a lot nicer with those though. They honestly don't even look that bad, but they fight every step of the way trying to get the nut off. So I think I'm gonna let them sit in something overnight to try to eat all the rust off, and then just try to clean them up a little bit, and then tomorrow I'll heat them up real good, and then I'll throw the new lights in, just because I'm not gonna do that same fight that I just did with these to get them back on. So I'm gonna put all these bolts, nuts and bolts, into the cup. All right, that one's fighting it. So get them all down in there. And I was trying to figure out what would be the best thing to use. And I've heard good things about apple cider vinegar. So we're going to friggin' pour it in there. Fill it up to like here or so, just so they're soaking in there good. Shake it around a little bit and then leave it overnight. And come back and look at them in the morning. And hopefully by then, we will have some nice shiny bolts. No more rust on there, so guess we'll kind of see how it works, but should be good. All right, smells wicked gross. Ooh, dirty water. Piece of broccoli in there still. Hey. Actually, yeah, they look pretty decent, honestly. That did, it removed most of the rust. Like, there's still some surface stuff, but there we go, that's all rust in there. So yeah, they look a lot better. So yeah, they're happy and healthy and ready to go now. Believe it or not, it took me almost 2 hours to get these off the other day. So they're gonna go back on in like 20 seconds. There we go. They officially match the headlights. Pull off the little safety things. Nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. I also got to put the bulbs in them. I took them out while I was putting them in, so I didn't chance damaging them. Yeah, those look pretty good. Be sweet when the whole truck's blacked out though, like I say every single time. Bumper is going to look nice all black, and I got to clean up the wiring. That's from the strobes the other day. I didn't zip tie them because I didn't want to put tension on the wires while they were drying. So yeah, they look good though, and the bulbs work. So yeah, guess I could angle them a little bit better, but at least they work. The third brake light also showed up last night, so can also pop that in real quick. Nice smoked out LED. That should look pretty good. There's our old crappy one that doesn't work. Well, that would explain why the brake lights don't work. There's no bulbs in them. I mean, either way, Napa was gonna probably be like another $8-10 bucks per bulb, so basically just paid for this anyways. Voila. And there's a new one. Looks a lot better and it actually works.